Unmute the mic, speak up. The male perspective. Caregiving knows no boundaries. It's time to hear from the voices that often go unheard. Meet our global male caregiver speakers, sharing their powerful stories, experiences, and insights. Introducing our esteemed presenters, Dr. Wayne Freemanchon, Kevin Jordan, Dr. George M. Ackerman, Trevor Jeremiah Carter, Keith Demps, Basiliso, Bas Moreno, Lance Aslatin, Mark Varkevisser, Michael Waters, Scott Wells. Connect, learn, be inspired. Together, we are stronger. Together, we make a difference. And now, meet our beautiful summit hosts, Cheryl D. Mims and Christina Keys. Reserve your ticket now and be part of this impactful event.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for having me. Let me grab the torch that Scott is just passing by real quick here. All right, first off, let me say this. It is an honor to be with you here today, speaking to the very people who keep the world together, even when their own world is falling apart. It's caregivers. The ones who don't get medals. We don't even get headlines. And sometimes we don't even get a simple thank you. But we do it anyway. Because caregiving isn't just a job. It isn't even just a responsibility. It's really a calling. And for me, that calling came when I least expected it. Because I never thought I'd be a caregiver. I never thought I had it in me. But one day life whispered in my ear and said, "You're up." I still remember that moment I made that promise. The one that would change everything. I'll be there. At the time, I had no idea what I was really signing up for. I didn't know that being there would mean sleepless nights or exhaustion would make my hands shake. I didn't know that being there would mean learning the difference between silence and suffering, between a forced smile and real comfort. I didn't know that being there would really mean holding on to someone's hand, not just to steady them, but to let them know they weren't alone. But I learned. I learned. The first time I had to carry someone who used to carry me, I felt something in me break. The first time I had to speak the words of comfort, I wasn't even sure I even believed it. I felt my own doubts creeping in. And the first time I had to let go, the hardest part of all, I learned that caregiving isn't just about saving lives. It's about making the time they have worth something. That's when I understood that being a caregiver isn't just about showing up. It's about who you become in the process. I'm going to share you 3 lessons that changed my life. Love is louder than words. There were days I sat next to someone who couldn't speak anymore. Days where words felt useless. But I realized love isn't always something you say. It's something you show. It's in the soft touch on a shaking hand. It's in the way you adjust the pillow, not just because they asked, but because you noticed. It's in the way you sit in silence, just so they don't feel alone. Sometimes love is just being there. Second one I want to share with you is strength isn't about lifting. It's about holding on. Holding on through the sleepless nights. Holding on through the heartbreak. Holding on through the exhaustion, the frustration, the self-doubt. I remember one night I was exhausted beyond belief. Running on fumes. I wanted to give up. Then I looked down at the person I was caring for. I saw something in their eyes. Trust. They trusted me to keep going, even when they couldn't. That's when I realized strength isn't in the muscles. It's in the moments. The moments you keep going, not because you have to, but because someone else needs you to. And the third lesson that I learned is even heroes need care too. And this one took me the longest to learn, because as caregivers, we're wired to put everyone else first. We'll run ourselves into the ground before we admit we're struggling. But let me tell you something. The strongest caregivers are the ones who know when to rest. The ones who let themselves cry when they need to. The ones who remember that you can't pour from an empty cup. I had to learn this the hard way. One day after running myself ragged, I caught a glimpse of myself in my mirror. What did I see? I didn't even recognize that person anymore. Exhaustion, the stress, the neglect. I had become a ghost myself, and I realized if I wanted to keep showing up for others, I had to start showing up for myself too. Because the truth is that caregivers are the heartbeat of the world. But even a heartbeat needs a rhythm. It needs rest. So today, I stand here, not just as someone who has been in the trenches of caregiving, but as someone who sees you. I see the warriors. I see the healers. I see the people who give and give and give, even when there's nothing left to give. You are enough. You are seen. You are loved. And what do? It matters. So if no one else says it, let me be the first to tell you. Thank you. Thank you for every late night, every early morning, every moment of patience, every sacrifice, and every act of love. Because the world may not always see us, but we see each other. And that what makes all the difference. So keep showing up. Keep leading with love. Keep being that heartbeat of the world. Because the heart never quits. That's who we are. Thank you.
The Global Caregivers Network proudly presents the second annual Global Male Caregivers Summit, happening April 12th,